Castle Crashers is a beloved fighter game released in 2008 by Behemoth Games that features a fun art style paired with interesting faux 3D gameplay that everyone seemed to own and love, whether on Xbox, PlayStation, or PC. So what made this game so great? First, make sure to like and subscribe for more content like this, and comment if you agree or disagree with me. Onto the video. Alright, so the art in Castle Crashers is impeccable. Dan Paladin did an amazing job with thick, black lines for the characters, with colored line art in the background to make the characters really pop. And then, of course, the design of all the characters and the settings, the scenes, even just the overworld map is amazing. Everything just really pops, and it really just cements a place in your mind for this whole story in this game. And then we have the setting. While art is important, it can feel bland if the setting is boring and, uncreative. But the setting in Castle Crashers is anything but that. There's so many very different fight scenes, all the different levels, and then of course you have the bosses. And then, you have the whole quest of the knights. You can really, you know what the knights are doing. It's a pretty simple concept to grasp. And then, of course, the final boss fight is just so unexpected. And, everything's wacky and has, just that little touch of flair. And then, of course, all the secrets, it makes you want to explore the game more. So the setting and the art really work extremely well together. And then, of course, the characters, specifically the playable characters. Although I feel like I could make a whole video just based on, the little buff pets alone. I love those guys. It's so fun to, explore and find them. They're definitely an Easter egg part of the game. So characters are great. Of course, you have the base 4 knights. So playing co-op with people, no one really feels left out, because they all have unique magic systems which work really well in the game. And, while they do all have the same fighting style across the board, except for the Green Knight has, some little change. I can't really remember what it is. But essentially they're all the same, right? That's as big as it gets. So while the fighting is all the same across all the characters, the magic is different for almost every character. Some characters have repeated ones. There's a knight with a helmet and then a knight without the helmet. They have the same magic system, which is fine. Those are additional characters you unlock after you beat the game. But, especially for the original ones, it's very unique. You have the Red Knight's lightning attack that can stun enemies, and then lock them in place until your magic runs out, the magic energy. Whereas the Green Knight's magic ball, they poison the enemy to make them take continual damage for a short while. So each is really different for loads of different scenarios and playstyles, and of course it's just fun to level up the magic, and it's usually what people go for. You get points after you level up by finding enemies, which you can invest into different systems, either your strength, defense, magic, or agility. And of course everyone goes for magic, because you get to unlock new stuff, whereas the others is just stat buffs. So now the gameplay. If you've agreed with me so far, then you probably want to click off now, especially, if you're definitely a very nostalgic person. But just try to see me through. So here it goes. I really don't think the core gameplay in Castle Crashers is all that good. The main minions in the game aren't difficult to defeat, which difficulty does not make or break a game. But there's a difference between using your mind and just, spamming the B button, or whatever controller you use, I don't know, keyboard. There are two different main minions, the small ones and the large ones. The small ones can be juggled really easily, except for there's this brand of knight in the werewolf level, I believe, that can't be juggled as easily. But regardless, they can all be juggled. Whether against, just the edge of the screen, which is, the new version, or just around in the air to flex on everyone. The large ones are more difficult, as they can't be juggled, especially if you didn't put points into your long-range magic or into agility. Agility also buffs your bow, by the way. But they also suffer from, you can easily avoid them and endlessly kite them. And then, you could point out, hey, Insanity Mode provides that challenge, kind of using your brain, but not really. It's all artificial difficulty. The AI isn't updated, enemies function the same, but with a little bit more health and damage. Definitely not what I'm looking for. But the bosses in this game, they're incredible. In terms of difficulty, they still aren't there. They're the same, pretty easy. But they're not mindless anymore. You have new mechanics that you have to learn for each boss. They're all unique art style wise, and the levels are just designed fantastically. And while they don't really ramp up in difficulty, they're definitely fun and exciting for each one. And, I love every single one except that stupid catfish one. I hate that one. It's not difficult. I just getting knocked off my log, or like the fish or whatever. It's frustrating. But yeah, the bosses in the game are great, but that's a small portion of the game. Most of the game is just grinding minions, really, which gets tiring, and it's kind of unfortunate that that's the core gameplay loop. Or at least I think that's what it is. So in conclusion, what's the draw for this game? Well, I would say, of course, you have the timelessness of the characters. You can replay the game multiple times to unlock new, different characters with new magic systems. You can unlock all the weapons in the game, as well as discovering the magic. Of course, you have the art, as well as, the bosses, which are just the best. And, they kind of blot out the bland core of the game. And then just exploring from the deserts to the icy mountains. I don't know. But yeah, let me know if you agree with this or not. I'll be making more in the future, so make sure to like and subscribe. And yeah, comment if you agree or disagree with me. I'll see you in the next video. Adios.